Hello everybody, everyone's doing well. Today we're doing something special. Today I will be actually using my camera. So today you will actually be seeing some IRL stuff. Because today we're gonna be building a master grade, or at least partially build it. I don't think we're gonna be able to finish it in this stream, but we'll see. So let's change scenery so you guys can see what I'm doing. So as you can see, I have a little mug here with some water in it. I don't want it to go too far because I will spill it, but I have some water here to clean out anything or to put some water slides in. I'm gonna put that right here in the fucking mug holder I have on the sides. I have 4 files. They are all different styles, but they are all of the of 10,000 crits, and they are also very reflective. Jesus, can even see the click video right there in the reflection. So I have 4 files. I have one that's the full length, but kind of short. I have a longer one that is only half length. The file one. Then we have one that is more keyformed for the smaller areas, and also one that is triangular in case we even need more tiny space. I have a scribing tool here with different heads. We're probably not gonna be needing that today. That's more for pen aligning, and I don't currently have the pen aligner, so that's probably later. Also a pen aligner pen, also for later. I'm gonna put that here. A nice little kit of knives. So we're ready. A nipper with a spare spring on it. I'll put the spare spring back in there. And as for what we're gonna be building, also 2 tweezers here. As to what we're gonna be building, right here, this fucking thing. Oh, you can even see my my ring light there that I use for lighting this up. So let's take this out of the box and cut open some of these trays and the packages of these trays. God damn it! Why you gotta know me? Why you already want to know me? Also, why didn't that go off? Huh? Okay, it did go off. Yeah, it's out of the dial. Gas lab is going, VTS should be going. Everything should be active, as intended. Okay. So, I'm gonna put this up to the side. Also got some cotton buds in case we need them. They're not the greatest quality, but they will do. So let's put all of this out of the way. Get our handbook. Shouldn't be too difficult. Let's just see. What the fuck? Indicate parts not needed. Jesus, that's a lot of parts that we don't need on the trays. Hold on, look. Anything that's crossed out we don't need according to the handbook. What the fuck, man? That's like half the plastic in here. Hey! Shush! So we start with the cockpit, the chest unit, which I need for tray A1 and A2, B, C1, 1 and 2, D1, E, G1, G2, H1, and J. So let's see if we can find those. Okay, I have A1 in here. Let's grab a knife. Hey there, Ice Bear. Let's just take a little knife here. Make sure that this is open so we can fit it in. Careful that I don't cut myself with it. Tighten it so it's stuck there. There we go. These are all just newly bought, so they should be still very sharp. So, this plastic, we have F and trace F twice. Okay. I didn't know that we're gonna have doubles, but sure. And A1. We also need this one, because this one is the stickers we need. That's the sticker sheets. Is one of these trays the ones we need? Twice a K and H2. We don't need either of those, so I'll put it on this one here. D1. Do we need D1? Yes, we do. So we take the D1 there. What's the question, Totodial? What? Wait, why am I hearing thing? Why is the audio on the mic? Huh? What do you feel about Libermans and Mefmec? You're gonna piss me off, aren't you? I do love it when there's a multicolored tray like this. So this one is G1. We do need G1. J, we also need J, yes. And E. Do we need E? Yes, we do. Let's open this one. I'm doing alright, I swear my TikTok is cursed. I'm looking for a third-party Transformers combiner, and the one I'm looking for is the Combaticons, but the ones that I keep finding are about almost like $80 plus tax. Jesus, that's a lot. H1, yes, we do need that one. B, do we need B? Yes, we do. And we have B twice. Oh yeah, we do need B twice. Okay. Let me put this plastic somewhere real quick. I'll just lay it on the ground for a second. Why is my YouTube scrolling? What? Oh, okay, that's why. It's laying on the keys on my keyboards. Found the pocket size version, it's about 38. Jesus. Pocket size and it's still that high. Jeez. What tray number is... Oh, tray letter is it? And are these? Hold on. Let's also take out the water slides. And I'm not sure about the water slides, because I haven't... Oh, 83... Oh, geez, that's a lot. Especially for pocket size. So, I have the water slides here. I am not sure about these. Wait, are these for water slides? Because they seem pre-cut. I don't remember. Any water slides I've seen weren't pre-cut though. I don't know. Though the paper does seem like it's water slides. That's the first time I've seen pre-cut water slides. Anyway, back to the trays. Which ones were we on? G2. Yes, G2 we do need. Then there's C1 and 2. They are combined, it seems. And yes, I need both of those twice, so that's that. And then we have our last bag here. Like I know there's the Combiner Wars version, which gets for cheap, but I want one that actually has me work to have it transform into its actual arm transformation leg. I mean, Combiner Wars are kinda the easy way out, but if I heard right, the combiners that are coming out in the Rise of the Primes sets should be, the Rise of the Primes series should be pretty good ones. D2, do we need D2? No, we don't. I, do we need I? No, we don't need I. And another I, we don't need I either. So these ones I'll put back in the box, because we don't need those for the chest units. All of these we will need. So that's gonna be annoying to deal with, because that's a lot of trays to start with, but we'll figure it out. So first things we need are B and E. So B and E. Where's E? Ah, there's E. I'll put these also on the box, but at a different orientation. So I need B11 and E9. Grab my steady pliers. E9. That is. Oh no, this is B11. So this is B. So I need 11. 11. Where's 11? Ah, here, this one. Very soft cuts. There. Put that off to the sides. And E9. E9, 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 E9. This. Careful I don't cut anything that doesn't need to be cut. There we go. Oh, those are the ones that look good. I want to get a pair, but you can't find them at Walmart, so you have to go to their actual webpage. Yeah, I don't know. I haven't seen them myself yet. So I'm gonna grab my knife real quick to clean them up. Just so that I don't have any random bits still hanging off of it. That's clean. That is basically clean, just do a little bit extra there. And this one is actually... I cut that one off so thinly, I barely can get my knife behind it. Nice. Then I'll take the triangular file real quick. Can barely even see where the file print is. But this side is a file. So I just go over it softly, make sure everything is flat. There's nothing poking out that doesn't need to be poking out. And this, I like doing this. This really calms me down, actually. Would love to get the pocket-sized version of the combat guns, but I don't want to pay about $83. I mean, it's a steal, but why is that that high? It's probably because of their small size plus easy to combine. No idea. Also, I noticed my camera should be a little bit further. Can just barely see the edge of my desk here. So, still a little nubbing here that I need to clean up a little bit. Because I don't want to get things stuck that don't need to be stuck. Okay, that's cleaned up. Now this one. So, what we do is we look at the nubs. Do very soft cuts to be as close to the actual proper edge as we can, without actually cutting into the edge itself. And there we go. Come on, up. Nice. And then we just clean up these cuts. I really should not be leaning against my desk, it's not stable enough. So, as you can see, basically no visible edge anymore if the camera wants to focus on it. Come on, focus. See? No visible edge. So, how do these combine? That's this forwards, and then this one falls in like that, and then a soft twist to the right, like that. Okay. Maybe I should use my tweezers for these tiny parts, just to be safe. Alright, then I need A10, B10, and D1. Jesus. That's E. I don't need E. That's a B tray. So, for B, I need number 10. So, 8, 9, 10. See how there's some... When I just grab it, there's like a little nub right there. That's what we're gonna be cleaning away in a second, once we have all the pieces. We don't need any C-face yet. Oh god, the box is sliding away. Maybe I should put the box on my desk. Okay, let's put the cotton buds over there. And the knives
Total
also
leader
on
asked me,
sides.
whoa there. Sounds like someone's either super excited
screaming?
or in a bit of a pickle. What's going on? Did the Gundam fall apart, or did you just find the perfect piece? Either way, take a deep breath and maybe ease up on the caffeine.
Caffeine? What caffeine? Yeah, so the C trays we don't currently need. G tray also not. We already got the B pieces that we needed for the time being. H1, nope. J, no. G1, no. Ah, D1. I need a piece from D1. The stickers, I'll put that here with the knives, like the water slides. And then the A2. Wait, A2? What? Oh yeah, A1 and A2. They are all combined. Okay, so on A I need number 10, which means this one. Cut as close as possible. Okay, that last one is still connected. Hold on. There we go. So we got those. And what piece do I need from D1? Number 1. Alright, let me see. 1. That's this one on the sides. Gotta be careful with how I cut it, because these tiny bits always have some weirdness going on with them. Alright, now for cleanup. Let's cut this. Okay. Why am I actually holding it in the air? I literally have a fucking cut mat specifically to support myself on if I can't cut it properly. That's cut off nicely. This side.
Totodile leader asked me, what is caffeine? I don't know what that is, and sleep is for the weak. Caffeine, the magic potion that turns mere mortals into jittery, hyper-focused beings. It's a stimulant found in glorious beverages like coffee, tea, and those energy drinks that make you feel like you could take on a horde of GLaDOS clones. Keeps you awake, makes your heart race, and sometimes gives you the illusion you can bend time and space. Who needs sleep when you've got caffeine, right?
No. We don't need caffeine. You just need the overwhelming weight of the world on your shoulders. And some childhood trauma. Childhood trauma also works. Childhood trauma does wonders for your sleep. Or staying awake, actually. Just gotta focus on that one memory that haunts you for your entire life. And you will dream it and you will wake up sweating. Alright. Where's this third knob? Is that? Guess that is it. So let's do some minor cleanup and then pile it down to remove any trace of it. There we go. Very nice. And just this little knob over here that's a little annoying more. If you ask why I'm doing this, it's because there's a fan just standing right there. And that's a bit easier to just blow off the dust than actually blowing on it myself. Okay, that's clean. Now just this ring. So let's cut off this knob real quick that we left. That's close enough. Do it for the next one as well. And the third one. There we go. And now we just clean that up so that they're not as obvious. There we go. There we go. And then the third one. Look at that. Basically invisible. So, now for assembly. We take this one. This one goes where? I think this one might be better for holding it. Like this. Right? Yes, and I need to be careful in which orientation I put it. I have to make sure that these two things on the sides, if I show it to you guys real quick, there's a little bit of detail on that axle there, if it wants to focus on it. There's like a tiny little bit of a detail here. I have to make sure that that lines up forwards and back, not not bottom and top. Gotta make sure it stays in, and I need this now, but I need it in a specific order. I need it so that it goes from white, it goes this way, if I'm seeing that right. Like, if I just have it... Oh, God. Focus camera. Focus. Have it go that way. And then we take this, and we connect that the same way. Make that match, and squeeze it tight. I don't know if I did it right, because there seems to be still a seam here. Thought you were building a giant mech, not a Beyblade. Jesus. Don't you worry, we're getting to the giant mech. It's just the tiny pieces first. I'm starting with the chest unit, which includes the cockpits. Okay, so I need to hold this piece like this. And I need A15, so tray A. 15, where's 15? 17, 19, 20, 18, 15 up here. Oh god, that's tiny. Need to make sure I don't accidentally cut into the piece whilst cutting it out. Jesus, that's tiny. If you want to see how tiny this is, look. Look how fucking tiny that is. And I still need to clean it up. That's why. Oh, what she said. God damn it. Yeah, that's what they always say when they see you. Okay. I can't even see the knobs that I cut off. It's so small that I can't see what is intended and what is a knob. Anyway, the piece needs to be orientated like this, and this needs to be orientated like this. God, that almost rolled off my desk. That would have been... I'm taller than you? Sure you are. Is this correct? So this needs to be here, and then... Oh, okay, I was going the wrong way. It's sideways. It's like this. I was trying to... Hold on. I was trying to install it like this. But it's sideways. It's supposed to be the wires going in. I'm 6 foot? Hey, you're about my brother's size. Or at least you claim to be. So that's wiring detail. Nice. Okay, so now I need to do the mirrored version of this. These are basically just the shoulders. So now I need to do exactly the same thing again. So I need D1 to get piece 1 again. There. I need the A tray for 11 and 16. Where's 11 and where's 16? 11... I mean, I just have to look for the places I've already cut. It's literally the other piece next to it that's mirrored, or the exact same. Okay, that's the A pieces. Now I need the B pieces again. Alright, B tray, where are you? That's E, not B. That's B. Oh, but that's the first B. I think I need the second B, because it's the same piece. So I need to move this one to the sides, and we take the other B tray. Where's the other B tray? Here it is. Alright. What I need is this ring. There. And this one. And then I need E, because I need E10. So E, and where's 10? Right here. There we go. Put these back to the sides. I'm just laying them in my lap to have them out of the way. Now, so we need the B11 first. Clean that up. I love how I keep pulling it close to me just so I can see what I'm doing, but it makes it so it's right outside of camera angle. Also out of the lights, because I can actually see more when I'm holding it here. But it's just reflex to try and get it close to yourself. Ooh, that's nice. That's a clean one. I was about to say, did the music already stop? Also, my apologies if my hands are a little bit dirty. I helped install a gate earlier today, so that might have been why. And when I mean earlier today, it's literally right before stream. Like I literally had no time to wash my hands properly. I did a quick wash of my hands, but well, it was not exactly the most thorough washing, I guess. Then throw one on here on top. very softly. There we go, and then we just file the last bit of the nubbing away. There it goes, and then this one, just a little soft one. Nice. And then this one needs to be the other way around from the other. So that would be like this. So it's the other way. And again with this one, clean up the sides from any nubs. There we go. And then we just file those edges real quick. Might have to clean the file in a bit. Alright. We have a clean edge again. That's that. Now we need to clean this rod real quick. I'm surprised Totodile hasn't given any witty comeback to that one. That's gonna be a piston head for 20 seconds. What have every one of you guys done? For those that are lurking currently, who are willing to talk, that is. If you're not willing to talk, that's all fine. I'm just curious. Anyone that is still here, does anyone have anything interesting to say about what they did today or last week? If you're only here the first time, or first time this week. I am interested. I've basically been just stuck at home, not being able to do anything. Basically, the only thing I've done all week is just clean up my desk a little bit for this, and then install the gate earlier today. God damn it, please. Everything else I've just been sitting downstairs with my phone in hand. Need to orientate this way so that it goes when it's looked on from the same side, it's going the same way. Then we put this one together like that, without it launching off, that is. There we go. And that still freely rotates, which is good. Now this tiny piece. Let's see if I can clean this piece up a little bit. So fucking tiny though. Like, it's literally just the wiring. Just some decorative wiring for the arm. God damn it, that's a very thin piece to cut off. Oh god, I feel like I'm gonna be cutting in my hands any second now. Also, I just realized I have not had my my streamer bots running, meaning the people on Blue Sky haven't actually seen the notification of me going live. That should have gone out. There we go. We have two opposite shoulders. What's the next piece we built? The next piece we built is... I don't know. Oh, this is all A pieces. Okay, that's good. That's good. Then we just need B and the A tray. That's E, B, B, A. There's A. So, we need 2, 3, 1, and 22. Oh, that escalated quickly. 1, 2, 3, and then 22. Huh. Let's cut that out real quick. That's piece 1. Gotta be careful. That's 2. Three. And now I need to find 22. Yeah, it checks out that you are only 6 years old. I complain way too much. Jesus, Sentry. You didn't need to roast them. I mean, I get you wanted to roast them, but you didn't need to incinerate them. Oh wait, okay, so the piston does have an orientation that it needs to be, because there's one side that's a bit flatter. So, side that needs to be flatter needs to be which direction? To the back, it seems. So, like that. And same for this one. There. Like, it's barely noticeable, but there's a slight small... But I like napalm. Aww. Well, now we're working on precisions. This is more precision rather than AoE. Yeah, I know. I'm named after AoE, but still. There we go. That should be clean enough. That is... That's one, and I need A1. That's this one. Cut off all of these knobs. There we go. In that right area of scuff. What the fuck? We need precision. Just got. Who needs? God damn it! Why you gotta call me scuff? Today I haven't done anything wrong. In fact, I successfully installed the gate with 2 men with just... with little to not enough lifting needed. Okay, this slides in like that. Nice, that's... Ooh. That's some nice detailing. Like... If I can just get a focus here. Look at that detailing on that piece. Jesus. I don't know if it even picks it up nicely on the camera or not. I assume so. So that's there. Then I need a tree, which is this piece. I need to clean that up real quick. God damn it, Scott. I swear you would lose in a war of attrition. Alright, let's see. Get these nuts cleaned off. Very softly. There we go, and then just a little bit of filing to clean it all up. Okay, there's still a little sliver of a nub on there. There we go. That's better. Now just file it down a little. Okay, and that needs to go like this. Right? Yeah. Just heard something bad. What? What bad thing did you hear? Okay, gotta clean this up. Hey, Army! Come on, get that sliver off there. Where's the other ones? Oh yeah, on the tops. And... right. And the next one on this side. Clean that all up. Have any of you guys done something something interesting today? Gotta keep in mind this one to there. Why is it called a menu and not a woman menu? Because with this one we talk to it and read it. Okay. So let's dial. You might want to run. Okay, so now that we have this, we take this one and put that on... No, it's not that one, it's this one that we need. And put that in there. Okay. And then I need A21. Alright, A tray 21. Where's 21? Where's 21? Where's 21? Here's 21. Okay. Gotta clean that up. Clean out these knobs. I'm not gonna sand it down because these are internal parts you won't ever see, so if I can just get it flat enough, that should be fine. Doesn't need to be beautiful. And this needs to be with the arrow pointing forwards. Because if you can see, I don't know if it's gonna be picked up on the camera. But if you can see, there is a tiny little arrow up here. See right there would be a smart as to where's 21, where is it? Between 20 and 22. Yeah, okay. And that needs to be right in between there. But slightly rotated. There we go. And that lines up like that. And then we take the other one and place it the same way and connect that together. There. So that's a bit of a crunch. I guess it's not shoulders then, because that's way too thin. There's some pistons. I'm assuming this is gonna be a midriff piston or something. Oh, and I can already take it apart again, because I missed a piece that needs to be squished in between. Hold on. There needs to be D1, which is this tray, number 2, which is this bit, this tiny one. Gotta be careful cleaning this one up, because there's 2 knobs on each side. There is 2 knobs on each side. They need to remain. I can't destroy those. I can't get rid of those because those are necessary. Also, 21 is yeah, it was quite literally next to 22, but it's not next to 20. It was in between 22 and 14. I am gonna quickly clean up the nub that I just cut off. Right there. And then take it the other way around and clean up that nub a little bit. There we go. Now, pin in here. In which hole? I'm assuming the one right there. One that has a bit of a slider to it. Which is kind of gonna be difficult because I needed to hold it in place whilst I connect the other piece to it. This is gonna be a bit of a squeeze. There we go. I got it in. It's like this tiny little bit here that I needed to install. Hold on. Just this little tiny lever here that I had to install. That was way too tiny. Alright, so we are in this step, we just finished that one, so now we move to this. So I need to move this out, up, and I need a C24. That's A, E, B twice, that's G1, that's D1 that's laying there, H1, It's gonna be the bottom one, isn't it? Yeah, it's the bottom one. Hold on. There we go. That's the C tray. And we need 24. That's 21, 20, there's 24. That's this one, this tiny little one here. Let's cut that out. Make it like this, with one of the pincers, tweezers pincers in there, just so I can cut off the nubs that I just had to cut through. Rotate it a little bit and cut that off. And just to be sure, oh god, my ring is flying off. By the way, that's just a fidget ring. That's Lily has two separate rings that I can just turn around in the ring. I'll just take the rings off, actually. They are kind of getting annoying with this precision work. There we go, and then the top here. Clean that up. And we need to orientate it this way, because the thick part needs to be pointing away. There we go. And I assume, yeah, it needs to be clicked in there. So basically, if I... Wait. So if I move this forwards, that becomes the piston. But apparently I can't move too far forward or it comes out of it. That's a little annoying. So I can't move this too far forward or it gets out, but it is nice that we do have that little bit of extra detailing of the pistons actually working, essentially. And the piece already fell off, Jesus. It's not really clipped in all too securely, is it? There we go. Okay. So now that that's done... God damn it. Ah, God, I need... Is this a torso or a hammer? It's a torso. It's supposed to be the chest units. Okay, so I need C. C 22 twice. So C. And I'm seeing 22 once. I need 22 twice. Where is my second 22? Oh yeah, I should be having two C trays, don't we? Where's the other C tray? Also at the bottom. Right there. I'm gonna put these on the box again. Just because it's getting a little annoying that they are in my lap. So I need 22 twice. So let's cut that out. That's this little piece here with the ball joints. Jesus, we're already an hour in and I barely built anything. Alright. Come on. Come off of it. There we go. Gotta clean this up a little. Right there. There. And there's a little bit over here. Needs to be cleaned off. And I'm pretty sure there was a bit over here as well. Yes, there. Up. And now I clean off those cuts by filing them down. Use the tweezers real quick, just to be a little bit more accurate with holding. There we go. Now we just clean up the ball joints a little, because else it's not gonna move easily. And we need to put that there, so line it up with the sides that's a little flatter. There we go. Rotate it so the ball joints fits. And now I just need to click it in. Huh. Well, that is a very soft click. Like it doesn't even want to stay. Is that supposed to be like that, or do I need to thicken it up? Because this feels like it should actually click. I swear, I hope it stays in place. If anything, I hope that there's something else that keeps it in place in the next few steps. Because it feels like that's gonna just fall out of that point. I feel like it's just gonna fall out elsewise. Alright. That's already flat. I don't need to clean that up. The flat side is where? This orientation. And then we just that ball joint in there. And we have working pistons on this side. I mean, working. Kinda working. But I really hope that there's something that like squeezes it in a little bit more, because this does not feel sturdy. And no matter how much I push, there's no real click to be sure that it's in. I think it's supposed to be just resting in there. Okay, A button and the A tray, and I need which piece from that? I need piece 4. Where's piece 4? Right here. This one. Okay. Oh god, I left quite a knob on there. Let's cut that off. With the pliers. Okay. And then with the knife, clean that off. There. Clean that off. I know there was a third point. Oh, there. There we go. And then we just clean that up. Where were the other points? I already lost them. Oh, there. Okay, and that needs to be placed right in between here. Oh, that's what's gonna lock them, because it's gonna go over the axles and lock in the ball joints. That's what's locking it. Okay, now it can't get out. Okay, good. So now we have working pistons on the front for all kinds of orientations. And one on the back for the shrugging, essentially. Oh, fuck. That's not good. Okay, that's too far of a movement, I guess. Jesus. Okay, that lines up again, and now I need to fucking push these ball joints back in. Jesus, man. What have I done? Also, the fact that it's telling me to keep an eye out for the flat side, and that just rotates in the thing that needs to be... that should also have a flat side to make sure it can't move in any other direction. Because I'm pretty sure this needs to be that way. And that one is correct. So I need to be more careful. I literally was about to say more careful with my movement, and then that pops off. Jesus, man. I swear, I hope there's more pieces coming up on this later. That's just gonna put that little bit of extra force on it so it can't pop out anymore. That it doesn't have that flex to get out of it. Come on. Rotate. Just get between there. There we go. It's back in place. So I'm not gonna be finicking too much with it until I actually have the rest built on top, because I don't want that to happen yet again. So I'm putting that off to the side, and let's see what's the next thing we need. E-tray number 17 and 16. Alright, E-tray. And we need 17 and 16. 17 and 16. That's 17 here. So we're gonna grab that one. And 16 is right beside it. There we go. Now I just need to clean this up a little. So, little cut right there to get that knob off. Same on this side. And then this knob? Right. Oh no. Yes. So let's clean that up. There we go. Very soft. Just a little bit there. And let me clean that up. Same on the tops. So nothing is poking out and forcing it out of its sockets. But also that it's a bit cleaner than just leaving a little cut-off mark there. So that's one there, and then this one I need to clean up as well. Where are these knobs? See, a lot of detailing, not a lot of knobs. There's a knob. Clean that up real quick. There we go. Where's the others? There's one right here on the top. A very soft one, but it's still one. Clean that up. And one right here. Just the most soft one there is. There. And then we just insert that right here. Right? How do we... Does it just... just sits right in there. There's a little bit of a hook-tapped connection right there. I don't know what this is gonna make, but... Definitely seems like it's another piece to set to the sides. And I just with the tip of this knife, I made a little wound there that I don't even know if the camera can pick it up. It's gonna be bleeding a little bit, but not enough to be a nuisance. I'll clean it out after stream. Don't worry. I'm doing pretty decently. Just need to be a bit more careful with my knife. At least it was a tiny tip. It's not anything bad yet. Okay, I need my sticker sheet here real quick. And I need the E and the G1 tray. E tray. And G1. Ah, come on. It was just a little off tap. It's not even bleeding that hard. It's just like a little dot. You wouldn't even know it. At least you have the tools. The only Gundam I ever built was built toolless. Jesus. Yeah, like half of these tools I only arrived today alongside the Gundam. So I need G1, which is... and piece 5, which is the... G5 is literally the pilot. Like, it's a little undetailed. An undetailed pirate. No, read my last message slowly. Kiss your heads. Oh, it's my Brad doing? No, what? What did you know? Jesus. Like, here. Look at that. See how tiny that pilot is? That's what I needed from G1. That's a high no, read my last message slowly. What do you mean? I don't see what the issue is. E14, A14, that's this piece, the seats. Good times, my Brad doing? I said doing decent, so you are, man. No, I just know you're referring to me. Oh, I see what's going on. There is 2 seats. One is 15 and one is 14. 14 is the one that needs the stickers, because that's the activated cockpit. So I'm taking the 14. And I need stickers 6. Fuck it, I'm taking the knife for this. Knife to get it loose. And then we take this tweezer and choose that to apply it. Jesus, that's a fucking tiny sticker. Hold on. Focus camera, focus. Can you even see where the sticker is? What do you feel about ninjas? Damn it. Are you still trying to sight on a fucking deck? Really? This last second? Also, you're quite testing the new rule, by the way. Are you trying to test whether I will actually enforce it or not? Oh. I feel like they were something cool until the new fusion, contact fusion came out. And then I feel like it became a little bit bullshit. Yeah, so that's the activated cockpit. I'm gonna just put the driver in there. Look at how fucking tiny this fucking chair is. Like if it wants to focus. Look how tiny that is. Like the entire chair plus driver is like the size of my thumb. No, about my thumbnail, sorry. I'm taking the activated version and I'm just putting this one in. It's placed right there. So I feel like this piece, you're supposed to be able to just take the cockpit out if need be. So that's gonna be an interesting one, how we're gonna be able to reach that. But sure, we'll see how this goes. So we take this again, we take the piece we just assembled, and put that on top. And then sink it into those holes of the pieces on the sides. Once it clips over. Right? Okay, that's weird, but sure, we can still take out the cockpits if need be. So that's not the biggest issue, but it is getting quite tedious to actually get it back in. So that's gonna be fun. Jesus. I don't feel like I'm gonna be taking the driver out of this way too often. Alright. Now that that's assembled, what's the next bit? Put the stickers to the side again. I need D1 number 4 twice. So got 2 of the 4s out. I have 4 of them, so there we go. Then we need E7. So E 7, 7, 7, 7, 7. That's 6, 7. There we go. Clean this up real quick. There's a nut right there that we need to clean up. There. I think that's a nut we need to keep, because that's... I think something clips onto that one. But this one is definitely from just cutting, so this one I'm gonna shave down a little. And then I will sand it down with the sanding stick I just have. Right there, and the one on top here. There. So sand it down. Make sure I don't put a ledge in there, because that could force things back open. Yeah, I don't have any cement glues, so we're gonna have to have some seams, on this one where plastic meets each other. That's just gonna be a fact of things. Yeah, that one falls in there, nice. And then we have the other one go in there on this side. There. Hopefully it stays. We need E8 and E4. E4, E4, E4. E4 is the stop one here. So let's take that one real quick. E4. And where's E8? E3, E12, 12, 13, 15... Oh, E8 there on top. No, that's not fully cut through. There we go. Put this tray back in the box. And clean this part up. Very carefully shave down the little nut until the knife can't do anymore. Same on this side. Then we sand it down a little. Not that it's gonna matter too much, because I shave it very close. This is more for looks, that everything gets even. But oh well. And then we take this piece that we also cut off just now. Gotta make sure that there's no bits on there anymore. There's a little bit over here, so let's clean that up. Oh, okay, that might be a little bit too deep. It's fine though. Well, I'll clean it up in a second. And then this little cuts. Clean that up. There, and now we just sand it down. Same on the other sides. Okay, so how does this all combine? Take this one upwards and then like this. Right? Come on. Pop together. I was upset yesterday. Why were you upset? Why were you upset, Totodile? And then connect all of that together. I'm just gonna clean that up a little bit, because now that's a bit more obvious now that it's squeezed together. But I found my dog passed away. Ooh, that's not good. I'm sorry to hear that. I know how much it pains people to lose their pets. Lily in December had to put down one of my cats, so I kind of feel you there. Died from old age? That's the best way to go, though. Let's be honest. If they died by old age, then it means that they were well treated. Okay, now we take this piece that we just had. We take this knob here and put that in there. But that's not gonna be the first thing we do. First we need C21 to be placed there and then connected to here simultaneously. So I'm just gonna let that rest on there. I'm not putting it in yet. And let's grab this C tray. That's A, C. He was crazy blind dog ever, but me and the family loved him. Yeah, that's something that comes with the age as well. They tend to go blind. We had the same thing with my uncle's dog. And he came when he was about time to leave, and when it came about time for him to pass away, he was also kind of going blind. Poor old Bobby. Love to get his belly rubbed. Oh, he was blind when we first got him? Ooh. That's... I want to say a little bit better, because that means you cared enough about him to actually take him in despite being blind. Not a lot of people will actually do that. A lot of people would just go, oh fuck, they're blind, I'm not gonna bother, it's not gonna be worth the effort. And that's disappointing. A lot of people... And it would be nice if people would take in animals that needed help. Hell, every animal I have had so far, aside from the hamsters we had, was basically either a stray or was about to be put down if they weren't adopted. basically none of our animals were bots, unless they were like at the end of their lifespan for being in store. It was a he was a blind when we first got him. We made a lot of beautiful baby. Ooh. Well, that's good to hear at least. There is some offspring. As long as you didn't buy and as long as you didn't get him for the offspring. Because that would be a bit disappointing. Alright, I don't know how this piston is supposed to move though. Because this is not a ball joint that it's connected to, it's just a regular hinge joint, so there is no movement for this one. Bit weird of a decision, but sure. Now we basically do the mirrored version of that on this side. So I need the C tray again, the D1 tray, and the E tray. Oh, I need the other C tray because I need 21 again and there's only one of them on there, so I need to grab the other C tray. Grab the parts 21. There. Is that the only thing I need from C tray? Yes. Then I put that one back. Then I need from the D tray 4 again. That's the other 2 4s. I love how the D tray is basically just the pistons. And then E8 and E6 and E5. So another E8. That's 8. 5. Yeah, 5. That's this one. Which is the mirrored version of 4. And then we need 6, which is the mirrored version of 7. There we go. What's that?
What have I got here?
Thanks for the follow, RC Crazy. Hope you're enjoying your stay. I'm just building a gunpla. A Master Grade, my first one ever. And it's been like a year or two since I've last done anything gunpla related, so I think the last thing I built was a real grade, or I think actually it was one of the Digimon gunpla that is from Figure Eyes. I think that's what's the last thing I built. I think it was the Machine Dramon Amplified was the last thing I built, if I remember correctly. I also have another one from those. I have Metal Greymon Amplified next to me as well, which might be the next thing I built, but I don't know if I'm gonna be building that one on stream or not. And if I'm gonna be streaming it, I'm probably not gonna be doing it in right after this one. I'm probably gonna do some other streams in between first to break it up a little bit. But aside from that, it's definitely gonna be built. Question is just when. Also, I have in pre-order the AA Zeus model kit as well from Yu-Gi-Oh! And that's definitely one I'm gonna be building on stream. That shit looks awesome. Have I cleaned up this piece already? Don't know. I think I did. I don't see any nubs on it. This one I do need to clean up a little bit still. Up. That one is very close already. Just a little bit of shaving. And shave this down a little bit as well. Sometimes you just gotta take a step back. I built 8 kits so far. Ooh. Let me see. How many have I built? I have Machine Dramon, Bilzamon, Omnimon, X-Antibody, War Greymon, Metal Garurumon. I have Freedom Gundam High Grade. I have another one that's real great. I don't know what the name of that one is again. I have built the Exodia kit as well, so that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think 8 or 9. 2 master grades, 1 real grade, and the rest are high grades. Ooh, nice. Yeah, this is my first master grade, so this is the first time I actually had a kit that's included the pilots. Okay, there's a nub right here that I missed. Okay, so take this one, put this axle through there, and the other axle up there. That clips in. Then we take this one, orientation, this way. Yes. Okay, and then we put this together again. There we go. Barbatos and the Gok. Oh gods. I love that how weird names that they have for the Gundams lately. And I'm not really a Gundam fanatic, but I love building the gunpla because I like being busy with my hands, and gunpla is one of those things that really puts you to the test on how fine motor skill you actually have. Which is nice. Okay, I think I've set it up right. So, next bit. Next page. There we go. What do we have here? We need the D1 again, A tray, and D1, A. Where's the A? That's E, C, C, H1, B. Where's my A tray? I know I had it just a second ago. There it is, A tray. So I need from A tray 6. Need to be on the right side, of course. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right here. Okay. And 7 and 5. Where's 7 and 5? 5 is right here. That's 5, and where's 7? Right beneath it. To make sure I don't clip anything that I don't want to clip. And of course I hit my mic with my headset. Ah, that's great. There we go. A tray to the side for a second. And now let's clean these pieces up. Knife. Knife. That might be a little bit too deep. And then a little bit of a knife here. there, and then we send it down with our 10,000 crit. Can't even see them up anymore. Jesus. Okay. Just some wiring detail. Alright, ba-da-dum. Take number 7. Clean that one up. Just top off there. Little slivers. I also have the tools set already gotten for panel lining, but I don't have the panel line paint yet. So sadly I won't be panel lining this for a little bit. The expected arrival date should be somewhere around the 20th? Or the 26th? I don't remember. I think the 26th. Oh god, I left quite a bit big nubs on this one, Jesus. Clean that up. Clean that up, and then just a little tiny nub here. Just sliver it out just a little. There. Clean it up. Clean it up. And clean it up. There we go. That's those pieces done. Now I need D1 number 2. Number 2, that is this one. The one with an axle on either side. I only have one of those left, so this definitely needs to be somewhere central. That's not mirrored. Yeah, so piece number 6. Push this one in there. Oh god, that's not a very stable connection. Jesus fucking Christ. Put that in there, and then we connect all of this together, and hopefully nothing falls out. And I don't force anything either. I feel like it would be nicer to go the other way around, with everything inserted into 7 and then squeeze 6 on top of it rather than vice versa, but sure. Alright. Got the little axle for a piston in the front. And the cables that can move up and down. So how are we placing this? So, first things first, this axle needs to be all the way forwards, and then we okay, so this piece needs to be backwards. So this goes over and clips into that little nook right there. If I show you, there's like a little clip right there, a little axle right there in the middle, and there's a tiny little clip on this one here, and it needs to be going right in there, and then that clips on whilst everything else goes in. So clip that in, put that down, and then the wires should go in next to these. Like the wire should be going into these little holes here. So how am I gonna force that in? Okay, I put the wires in, then the clip, and then the That's better. That lines it up perfectly. Like, hold on, if I can get focus. It goes in right there, clips in the middle, and then right here would be where it simulates the pistons for the neck, for the front. Of course, it's in via sheer willpower, lol. Jesus. Now this axle needs to come forwards, and I need tray C again. Tray C. Where's tray C? Here, tray C. And I need piece 24 of it. That's this one that I had to use on the back here as well. So good thing I immediately have the right one, because I only have one of those on each tray C, so I would have to search for the other one if that was the wrong one. Gonna take pincets, a tweezer specifically, so I can clean this up. There we go. And then clean this back side up. Just a little. And then the top side a little. There is a little edge there. There. And then we need to line this up with the thick side out. With where it hinges. And then once that is in there, I need to clip it in between there as well. Like before. So now it's a piston in the middle here in the back. Right there. So there's two pistons right above each other. Alright. That means we are here now. That's done. So now we need A, 8 and 9. And B, 14 twice. And it says to tightly fit the parts as far as they will go for the B parts. So it feels like we're gonna need to put some force on there. Yeah, so we take the A trim piece again, 9 and 8. 9 and 8, so this is 8. Get as close to the piece as possible, so we don't have to shave off too much. That's 8. And 9 is right underneath, and that's there. There we go. Now we need the B tray, which is this one. No, that's E. That's E, not B. Where's B? There's B. And we need piece 14 from that. Oh god. That's one of those pieces that's only once on the tray, but we need two of, because I need to find the other tray as well. The second B tray. As long as it doesn't betray me. I'm fine with a B tray as long as it doesn't betray me. I feel like I forced that one a little. Okay, there's the other one. So cut that out. And now we need to... I'm gonna take the tweezers again. Hold it into place whilst I clean this up. Nice. And okay, that's clean. That side is clean already. So now I need to orientate it with this top. Look at how fucking tiny this piece is. Jesus. That's one of those B pieces that I need to force in. It's so fucking tiny. It's so tiny, it fits under my nail. That's how tiny it is. Oh god. So how is that supposed to fit? There, okay. Oh god, look at the fucking... That's that piece, and that's the same spots without that piece. Look how tiny of a difference that is. But it is a good thing that I cut it down a little bit, because that would definitely have forced it out of its spots if I hadn't shaved that down. That nut would have stuck it out a little. There we go. And with that, we place that in here. And now fight it to go into place. There. There we go. Fucking hell, that's tight. Now, these pieces. Let's clean them up first. There we go. Vidar is not so popular compared to Barbados. I know, but this is the one I chose to do. I saw this one, I wanted to do this one. Plus, this might be a controversial take, but I generally have a dislike to the general aesthetic of Gundams. Of them being primarily white with just some blue highlights or a blue torso. I like the more the Gundams that are more unique in design, like have a different color or have something unique of not being symmetrical or anything like that. I feel, and the ones that just look different. And okay, so this one goes on this side. How? Oh, okay, so that covers that hole immediately. Nice. Oh, and that's where the other piston hinge is gonna go. Okay. Nice. That looks great. I still love that I'm almost that I'm 2 hours in and I have not yet built anything except for the torso. All my other ones I was already halfway through by the end of stream, and this one I am legit only like the first steps into. Master Grade definitely has a lot more finicky parts, and it sounds like I'm complaining about it, but I'm actually happy with that. I am actually happy with that, because I want the challenge of tiny parts. So I'm pleasantly surprised by how long this takes. It's a little annoying that it takes that long, but it has a reason for it. Okay, we need the E-tray again. There's the E-tray. That's 2 B-trays. There's the E-tray. Okay, so I need E1. I need to do that twice. Just gonna clip them both off immediately. Also, I would have painted the figure if I had any paints right at my disposal, but sadly I don't, so no painting of the pilots. Would have also painted the seats rather than use the stickers if I had paint with me. Alright. We clean this off real quick. Put it a little deeper on there, just so that I have more holes. Shave that and shave that. Also, I had to tell the gender clinic that they had to move me down the list again, because they wanted to give me an appointment at the end of September to get stuff done, but I'm not done with the things that I need to do in preparation for it, like the laser hair removal shit. I haven't done that completely yet, so I curse my autism and ADHD for it, or autism and ADD actually, because I need to make an appointment for it, but because of those two combined, I just don't want to do the phone call and I keep forgetting about it. The ADD makes me forget and the autism makes me not want to do the phone call. So, yeah. Not a nice combo. Alright, those pistons are done. Also, my hand is starting to hurt right where this bit is. Jesus. Okay, chest armor units. I need G1. Finally, we're gonna have a different color than gray. So Amatsu, Mina, gold frame have interesting shapes. Oh yeah, I have a gold frame actually. I think that's my real grade that has a gold frame. God, I'm just gonna take this off on this hand real quick because I'm hurting right there. I don't know which one it was anymore though. It was one that had like cowboy boots on and had hooks on its hook capes essentially. And it might be that Matsumino, but I'm not sure. It's been a while since I built it, so I don't remember the name anymore. I can check next door. Hold on. Yeah, the Amatsumina is the one that I have. That is exactly the one that I have. That's the real grade I've built previously. I love that one. That was a great one to build. G1. Number 4, that's this piece. Now, let's see. Do I need to shave anything down? I do need to shave this down, but I think I can do that just a file. Right? I wonder actually where I have placed it. Because if I know where I placed it... Actually, I do know where I placed it. 1 second. Hold on. 1 second. I'm gonna grab it. Right? There, those are the two that I built previously. Yeah, they are a bit in a wonky angle. They have been standing in a closet for a while. And that light and that beam saber I do need to fix. It's kinda wonky. But yeah, that's I didn't have the space for them, so I had to put them in the closet for a bit. And now that I have an actual display case next to me on my near my desk, I can actually place them where they need to be. I just need to get some pedestals to put them on. Yeah. Sad but true. Yeah, I need to move this back. So I have those spots open. And I can clip this around. Right? So, right there. That one clipped in and that one clipped in. Nice. That's the color done. Now we need G2, not G1. G2 and H1. So H1 is this one. And G2 would be the other multicolor one. This one. Still in the box on the spruce. Oh. Yeah, no, it's a fun build. I would recommend it. So, which ones do I need first? Let's go with the G2 pieces first. That's 32 and 33. 32 and 33 are the top two of the black pieces. At least it's not black-eyed pieces. Because then we would have a copyright issue. And I don't want to go into 5 others in the same condition in unopened boxes. Jesus. You do know that these are build toys and not like, well, build models, right? Not just boxes, huh? I get wanting the boxes for display, but you can put the box behind them. Or do you plan on reselling them later? I just never had the time to actually start building. Okay, so P232 would be here, right? Yeah, that seems right. Also, I love how I lose tracking every time I show something to the camera. That seems correct, right? Yeah. Need to start selling my stuff, but reselling a pain. Yeah, true. You don't want to give up the things that you spend so much time on, I know. I had Hot Wheels Accelerators racing tracks, by the way. Those things are going for hundreds of euros now. And my family just went like and just gave them away when we moved. I wanted to keep them, but we couldn't because there was no space, supposedly. God damn, we do have space and it's literally not being used. No, I have reasons, mostly don't have place and time to build, and right now I'm in another country. Yeah, when you're in another country, it's kinda hard to build them. Alright, let's line this up so that it can click in. Also, anyone excited for the new panty and stocking with garter belts? I've watched a few episodes already, and I must say, it is quite interesting the design choices they made to continue on from season 1 after all those years. Like, they legit made some interesting choices that I would say I would not have guessed if I had to guess in the middle of season 1. But if I had to guess at the end of season 1, maybe. I have everything. Files, knives, and other stuff. Nice! I literally just got new stuff, because all my previous things I actually made with the clippers from my 3D printer. The knife was just a regular box cutter. This is the first time I'm actually doing it with the proper tools. 14 and 13. So where's 14 and 13? $15. No, we don't need 15. What am I doing? I need 13 and 14. 14, that's this one. And that's 13. There we go. I used basic scissors. I wonder why I never got into Gundam, lol. Jesus. Yeah, scissors, not the best thing to use. And if you use scissors, I would recommend having a sharp knife next to you. Just to be able to clean it up, the pieces, because the pieces are not gonna fit if you just use scissors. I'm gonna be honest there. That cleans up nicely. And then this edge still. And they are not cheap. Yeah, they are definitely not cheap. I have come across a couple that are relatively cheap, but usually when they're relatively cheap, they're also kind of underwhelming. Am I doing this right? Hold on, tweezers. Here's the bended parts real quick. There we go. That's better, that fits. And then there's the top there that needs to be in that hole there, so that does fit. Okay, now to clean this one up. There we go. Clean this one up. Oh god, that's already very close to the edge. I don't think I can actually cut anymore with the knife without going into the plastic itself. In that case, time to stand it down. I remember seeing XYAPI a perfect grade with light elements and its price has been around 600 800 USD since. Jesus. Maybe more, I don't remember. I have seen the I've seen a I think it was perfect grades. Or was it master grades? I don't know. Was it MG-EX or... Anyway, I saw an EX version of the Unicorn Gundam that had lights elements in them. And that one was 300. I think it was master grades. But that was also only because it was the EX version. If you just go for a regular version, it was like 100. Yeah. Okay, now I need the J piece. The J sprue. And I need pieces 5 and 4. There we go. Not Banshee version? No, not the Banshee version. I do have... my brother has built the Banshee version though. I think he has built it as real grade and master grade, I think. But no, it was the white version. I have seen an EX version of the black one, the Banshee also, but that one I think was like 400, if I remember correctly. Also, if I want to get a model kit nearby, I have a I know a store near relatively nearby called Nendo Addict. It is where I got the Metal Wargreymon amplified that I currently have next to me. Throw that on my bed real quick, just so it's out of the way. Where do I place this? Is this here? Like that? Yes, like that. Haha. Kinda annoyed that it's blue plating then again, but it's fully blue this time, so I can't complain about that. It's not the usual whites with blue accents, it's actual full-on blue. Yeah. Any more knobs that I need to clean up? No? Then we're just gonna send down the ones I already have. Unicorn in perfect grade looks very good, but it's very popular and in an annoying sense. Yeah, it's so popular that it's basically unavailable, and when it's available, the price is so high you can't afford it. I know. The same thing is happening with accelerators when it comes to one of the cars. Like, reverb from accelerators is so fucking expensive until... because it's the most popular car and it was very rare. At least it's getting a remake in the new Silver series coming out. So at least I'm glad for that. Because with the remake, the old ones will not be as popular anymore, because the new ones will be taking place instead. And they will also be less expensive, because there is still the appeal of having one from the original run. But people will also be more skeptical of it. Because now that there's new releases, they are gonna be more skeptical on whether it's the new release or the original release. which you can kind of tell which one it is, because the original release had transparent tires on gray wheels, whilst the new Silver Series ones has just fully transparent wheels with silver highlights on the sides to highlight the spokes. So that's how you discern the two on a picture. If you have them in hands, the original series was fully plastic. The Silver Series one is fully metal. Also, Sasabi and Sinaju have interesting designs. I will look those up. G1 number 3, that's this one. Sometimes I don't see the fucking knife on the handle anymore. Sometimes the knife is just laying in such a way that I don't even see the blades. It's Xeon. That's still not telling me much. Again, I am not one that follows the entire Gundam series, so I am not fully aware of what all the plot points are. I know kind of the general story of it, but I don't know the factions, I don't know the different movies. I know there's the Federation of Earth, and that's about it. I think that's slides over here. Yes. We both know someone who knows much more about Gundam. Yeah, true. Everyone knows someone that knows a lot of Gundam. It's just whether they are willing to admit to it or not. That's the question. Alright, J6. I mean, I should ask an American about this one. They know quite a bit about J6. Especially GOP members. Just some political humor. Because, you know, January 6th, J6. That was when the insurrection happens, when Donald Trump lost his election. God damn, that was already 5 years ago, jeez. Time really flies. Okay, I need to go. It's 11:24 p.m. and I still on work. Have a good time, everyone. Alright, see you later, Zach. Have a nice day at work in your afternoon. Wait, 11:24 p.m. That's night shifts. Alright, don't fall asleep. There we go. That's cleaned up, and that goes on top. There we go. And that's where the torso and the chest unit ends. So the next thing we're making is the heads. Alright, I'll just put the chest units back into into the box, and we need the E tray, the J tray, G2, H1, and E. Where's E? Where's the E tray? There's E. Alright, so E, G2, H1, J, and the stickers. Because the stickers have the eyes. Alright. So we start with E and G2. So E, what pieces do I need from E? I need 29. Where's 29? 29. 29 is this tiny bit on the bottom here. There. And 32 is this half helmet. Gotta make sure. There. Alright. 32, clean this up. Because that's a little bit excessive. Sand that down. Nice. Next spots. Clean that up. Sand it down. Nice, and where's the third spot? Right up here on that fin. Just a little shave and sand. I'm surprised I haven't needed to use water slides yet, because I do have a little cup next to me specifically for water slides, but guess not today. Put that in there. Gotta make sure it's in the correct orientation. And I do need to first clean it up, of course. There. And now there. And then this little last nub. Gotta keep in mind there is a little rounding on there as well that I do need to keep in mind so that I don't shave off. Nice. Okay, that's clean. That's clean. That's clean. Alright, so how orientating like this? There. Come on. Up. There it is. And now I need G2 for piece 8. G2, piece 8. Where's 8? All the way down here in the transparent bits. Why do I need to apply stickers to a transparent bit? Why not keep the light piping? I'd much rather keep that light piping, but it seems like the back sides will actually close up, so there's not much of light piping happening, is there? Okay. How do we fit this in? Like that? Look at that. That's what we already have of the heads. Like half a head already. We're only on the first step. The first half of the first step. Okay, G2 still, number 8. Wait, what? I already have that one. Oh, I need the sticker on there. Sticker 5. What for? That's pink on a pink translucent piece. So again, that's just turning off the light piping. Why would I do that? I'd rather just have a light shine on the on his neck so that the light shines through the eyes. Yeah, no, I'm not gonna apply those stickers. It feels like a waste. And then E again, number 32, no, 31. So that's the opposite side of the helmets. There we go. Usually avoid stickers in general with construction stuff. Yeah, they are annoying, but sometimes they add nice detail. The problem is, with this, I don't understand it, because you're giving them the same color on the sticker as the piece already is. The only thing it is doing is just taking away the light piping that it already has because of being a transparent piece. I'd rather keep the light piping. And even if the light piping doesn't work, I can still just put some paint on there that just makes it even cleaner. Because I have some fluorescent paint coming this my way, so I can just put some fluorescent panel liner paint on there, and then I just have to shine a UV light on it, and it's like it lights up on its own. There we go. Nice little bits. And I have a UV light here. I don't know if it's gonna work or not for this piece, but if I just shine from the back of the head, see how that is light piping? I'm not taking that away to... I'm not gonna take that away from this. I'm not gonna shittily apply a sticker just to remove features. Okay, E30. E30, where's 30? There. Now to clean these edges up. That's too small to cut. I'm just gonna file it down. Can you even still see? Also, unregardless of Gundam, ma'am, I see the Mimkibus mouse pad shakes hand. Yes! I have the Mimkibus mouse pad, and I have the Froggy Lock beanie. So the beanie is downstairs. I did have a other booby mouse pad before, a smaller one. But that person was, after I bought it, revealed to be quite a problematic person, and I'm not comfortable having them be on my desk anymore. And that was a Cinder mousepad. I also had a a God damn it, what's the name of it again? A Pyropop keychain that I got for free with it. But again, I had it hanging from my mic and I removed it because I don't want such toxic people to be represented on my desk. Here, we have the heads basically finished. And if I just shine the UV light through it, look at those eyes. Why would I cover that up? Alright, apply stickers before assembly H1. I need 3 pieces from H1. H1 is completely black, Jesus. 7, 8, and 4. Let's see. So that's 7, this one. That's 8. And 4 is up here. Jesus, that's a tiny one. There we go. I'm still debating on getting a plushie of one of the VTubers I watch usually, but shipping to Europe is fun. I know. I'm Belgium. I'm Belgian. So I know how difficult it is, and yes, it's a big pain. Jesus, I am gonna take off this this sleeve real quick because it's starting to itch from wearing it for too long. Definitely gonna be throwing that into the wash. Okay, so let me see these pieces real quick. I need to shave this down a little bit. Just say not to cut those knobs on the side, so I'm just gonna shave the knobs on top of the knobs from where I've cut. There. And we put that on the back around here. Wait, how do I orientate it? Okay, I have to put that over the other two, so... What are the stickers I need to apply on this one? 3 and 4. 3 and 4. Okay, those I will apply. Those are some extra detailing on the back. The ones on the front I won't, but the ones on the back, yes. But where? Because it says to apply before assembly. But if I put this over top, it's not visible. What use is that then? Oh no, those are two different ways of doing the eyes. No, I'm not doing the eyes. I'm not doing the eyes, so I'm not applying those stickers at all. 1 and 2 is one option, and 3 and 4 is another option. But both are eyes, so I thought it was on the back of the heads, but no. No, in that case, I'm not applying any stickers. Alright. Let's sand these pieces down real quick so that those knobs are gone. Any more? Right there. I really should have a more stable desk, but I just bought this deck and desk. I'm not gonna already replace it. This one is gonna take a while. I might sturdy it up somehow, but I don't know. I wouldn't know how to do that. Okay, that looks good. Oh, this is the mouthpiece. That's why I couldn't figure out how to attach it. It needs to be attached on the mouth. That's too high. That's too high. Jesus. Is it? Hold on. No, it is where it's supposed to be. That feels weirdly high. I feel like it needs to be slightly lower, but it doesn't seem like it can connect any lower. You know, that's just the neck joints. That's not it. Weird. Like, hold on. I'm gonna show what I mean. Like, see that mount and that mask there? It feels like that's too high, isn't it? But there doesn't seem to be any way of connecting it any lower onto the face. Okay. Okay, that knob is a little bit too big to just shave down with the file. Let's shave that down with the knife and then file it down. That's better. There's a little nub still here on the front. Let's shave that down by filing it down. And then put the mask on for the rest. Come on. Line up. There we go. Okay, what else? Oh, undergates. Okay. Page 1, 5, and 6. Okay, 5 and 6. Those are these two pieces here. That one felt like it was a little too short onto the piece. Oh god. That might be an issue. We can shave it down to make it less obvious. Actually, I think I was supposed to actually cut it like this. Because it fits like that to what we already have. That would have been in the way if I don't cut it off. Yeah. Alright. We'll just clean it up before we actually connect it. I feel like there was not a knob here somewhere. Ah, right there on top, but I can't hold it still in the right orientation to be able to get it. So let's get the tweezers out. There we go. Place that into position. There we go. That's nice. If it wants to focus. It's not very visible without proper lighting, is it? What it is. Alright. Let's grab this one with tweezers again. And clean it up. Need to actually use the right side of the file, don't we? Alright. There. And clean this up a little bit. There we go, okay. And that's looking nice. Now we just need to install it. There we go. Now it's just the rest of the mohawk and the actual horn. But still. Look at this this fucker. Just beautiful with that and with those eyes, isn't it? If it wants to focus. Doesn't seem to want to. Oh, there went the cable of the UV lights. Let's pick that up real quick. Alright, J, 2, and 1. That was the UV light itself. I keep knocking shit down. So 1, which is this horn itself. It looks connected here, but it's not. It's just connected like that. There. Now this one. The rest of the mohawk. There we go. Now to clean up the nubs, because on that blue you're gonna see them way harder than on the black. Or a gray and silver. Well, gray. Gunmetal gray. On blue you're actually gonna see it quite hard, so I need to properly sand it down. Okay. Down here. This is still a little bit.
Oh, someone brought friends.
Thanks for the raid, Sushi. Hope you enjoyed. No, I hope you had a good stream. What were you doing? Also, Totodile, what is it? What's the issue, Totodile? Is this the right direction? Yes, it is. Oh.
A Totodile leader asked me, Wheatley, I need coffee. All right, coffee, the lifeblood of the sleep-deprived human, keeps you functioning, and let's be honest, keeps you from making questionable decisions like trying to build a Gundam at 3 a.m. Just stay away from the decaf stuff.
Who said
That's
it
like
was 3
expecting a
p.m.?
potato battery to power a city. Not gonna happen. Now off you go, grab that mug of liquid sanity, and maybe save some for the rest of us, yeah?
Who said anything about 3 a.m.? It's like 10 p.m. almost. Yeah. I just need to shave these down a little bit still. Gah. Again with a little prick with the top of the knife. That's gonna be a little dot on my skin again. Still though, it's such a tiny prick, it's like I just had a needle poked into me. It's not even an actual cut, it's more like a pinprick. There we go. So, Sushi, what were you doing for on your stream? Were you doing something interesting? Or were you just chilling? Are you still here, by the way? And that's the horns placed. There we go, that's an undergate. That is the head done. Look at that. I'm gonna put the light up a little bit. It's a nice one. Well, if I just grab this one real quick. The fucking thing is still working, so that's good. The light piping is still working, so that's nice. So, we have currently built the chest units and the heads. Might as well connect the heads already. Like that. There we go. So we have the chest units, the heads. The next thing we're gonna be building is the arms. And after the arms comes... After apparently advertising about this same product. More arms, then will come the legs. Jesus, the arms are gonna take an entire stream on their own if I'm seeing this. We are at page 9, and we started on page 2. No, page 4. No. We started on page 6, so we've gone through four pages. So, arm 1, 2, 3. Yeah, basically the next stream is gonna be only arm and a little bit of the leg. Oh, that's gonna be embarrassing, I guess. That being said, though, let's put our friend here away. Let's see if we can put everything away without causing any issues with closing the box. And tomorrow is gonna be the Master Duel Tournament. where I'll be bringing a very interesting deck. A very explosive deck, actually. And if you know Ruby, the anime and the Machinima anime, then you already have gotten a hint of what I will be bringing, because one of the songs is literally what I named the deck after. And it's one of Ruby's theme songs, if that is anything of a hint. Like Ruby the character, not Ruby the series. There's even been like 3 versions of this song by this time, so that should actually be the final hint to know what I'm talking about. Yeah, we need page 9. I'm gonna put the water slide stickers in between there as the reference points and close the box. There we go. And now I just take this cup. Since I haven't used it for water slides, I can use it to clean my file. Just needs to make it wet and use a little brush to clean it out. There we go. And since I'm already having a towel on my lap, I might as well use that to dry it off real quick. Where's the lid? Where have I left the lid for this? Okay, weird. I lost the lid for the box of the file. I have 4 of those files. Each of them has a box with a lid on it, and I lost the lid of this one. I guess I knocked it down somehow? Maybe? Also, I'm surprised I wasn't forced to hydrate this entire stream. I'm grabbing hydration real quick though. Yeah, I'll find that lid in a second. That being said though, let's find us a target to raid, shall we? Who is currently online? Ooh. I see a couple of dogs we could raid. If they allow it. Control C. / raid this double dork. She is doing VR chat, and like always, it's been a blast. I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.